Did Microsoft get Bethesda for a steal in hindsight? Forget all the tech and other studios. Bethesda alone has $2 billion in franchises and TES and Fallout, if not Starfield too. So he's wondering if they bought them for a like a discount or something.
I mean, here's the thing. Like, we don't know what's going on with Bethesda. I mean, the last few of their games did good, but they had that Fallout, the Fallout online game.
Yeah, 76.
I mean, it's gaining itself back now, but I'm wondering if there was some sort of hidden something in there going on that why Microsoft was able to swoop in. But then again, Microsoft paid more than fucking Disney and Marvel to get them.
Almost,
so,
they get played close to it.
Close to what they got Disney or Marvel.
I do want to say this though. You're right. The last few Bethesda games, I'm talking about all of Bethesda. Now, even Doom Eternal, which I fucking love, the game did not do that well. The last Wolfenstein didn't do so well. Fallout 76 didn't do that well. So a lot of Bethesda games, recent games, have not sold that well. So maybe they were like, hey, maybe we should sell because things ain't looking too hot right now. You know. So who knows? Who knows?
I don't think. I think they still have money in the bank. They know they're a legacy developer. I think somebody just showed them a check big enough.
Maybe everybody has a price, right?
Dude,
it was Zenimax that they sent it to.
They bought Zenimax. Yeah.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Like, Skyrim is one of those games that just keeps fucking selling. Like, I know everybody wants to take their turn to shit on Bethesda, and that's the popular thing to fucking do right now. But they're a tentpole fucking studio, man. There's very few studios that you can point that have come out with as big and as memorable games. Like BioWare, right? Like, people know their games. They have a legacy. So yeah, like the last online Fallout game didn't do that well, I guess, by quote unquote. By those standards, ESO is still fucking rocking it.
Mm-hmm.
So they're making money off of their for every bit of a failure that Fallout 76 was, their MMO is the dominant MMO on the market right now. So they're making money hand over fist still off just the Elder Scrolls IP. So what you see is a very small slice of revenue from Fallout 76 is being made by $15 monthly subscriptions by millions of players on this side. And then other people buying the cash boxes and the costumes and all the shit. Like, they get their money. They do. On top of it being a $60 game. There's it's
also how much money are they burning through developing the engine for Starfield and and the next generation of Bethesda games?
I mean, probably a lot, but literally everybody on this panel has said that they need to do that. So literally everybody on this panel can't complain about that.
We complain about what now?
They do need to do it. No, their new engine.
Oh,
putting a shit ton of money into the new engine.
Good for them. I'll complain. I'll complain if it's still shitty, But
I'm sure that they were connected. I'm sure Microsoft flashed money. And they're like, "We'll give you the money to overhaul this whole thing. We'll make it real. We'll make it rain money. Polish this shit up like Jen."
Right. How much does it cost to fix that? Wait, how much? Wait, there may be a few more thousand. All right, a few more million. We just buy you. We'll just do that. Fuck it.
Yeah. Like, there's a lot of potential there, and like, I don't know. I hear a lot of people kind of being like, well, this isn't it wasn't a big deal. Bethesda seemed to be on its way out, so they got him for kind of a steal. Like, I don't really think that's the case. And remember, they bought it for more than Marvel. They bought it for more than fucking Star Wars. This wasn't a steal, and it wasn't a small acquisition. I don't understand how people are taking a $7 billion acquisition and just going to be like, well, I mean, it's not really a big deal. Dude, it's a $7 billion acquisition.
Yeah.
It is a big thing. Yeah, 7.5. It is that's a ludicrous amount of money to spend. And there are people that are analysts, there are people that are directors, and some people shoot their shot and they get it wrong. But when somebody spends over $7 billion, I gotta trust they have had at least some professionals who kind of know what they're doing, look into this and do their research and do the projections, knowing what they know on the inside and we don't on the outside. So yeah, to a certain point, I kind of trust Bethesda the same way a lot of people trust PlayStation. Yeah, it's burned me several times, but they've given me enough good.
But you keep coming back.
Yeah. Just like everything.
It's like an abusive relationship.
Dude, name one studio that hasn't burned you.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, of course, man. It happens.
Yeah, so I think it's a huge deal. I think there's a lot of people right now trying to minimize it because they're PlayStation fanboys. And I'm not talking about the people on the panel here. I'm talking about like in the zeitgeist in general. The reason everybody's asking these questions to begin with is because there's so many people trying to downplay how big an acquisition this was.
Yeah, I agree with that. Where it's like, it is you think about all the, not only just the Bethesda games, but literally how much of essentially history that Microsoft just invested in, right? Like as far as PC history, we're talking about Doom and Quake. We're talking about id Software, the guys, the champs of old OG PC games. Not to mention the other stuff that they have from Zenimax and all that stuff. So it's like they didn't just. I mean, I think the other thing is that everybody likes to believe that it's just Bethesda they bought. They didn't just buy Bethesda.
Yeah, they bought a bunch of studios.
They bought a bunch of shit.
That's like going to a restaurant and saying you want a steak, but just a plate with a steak on it. Like, oh no. There's buttered rolls, there's green beans, there's mashed potatoes, there's gravy.
That's what
we
they
need Torrance on right now. Mashed potatoes.
They literally walked in the restaurant and bought everything on the menu and the restaurant.
Yep. Yeah, they just bought the restaurant. They go, we'll take one of those.
And that's why I feel like this has been in the works. I'm sure this could have been over a year in the works.
Oh, listen, this shit didn't just happen the week beforehand. It's been in there for a while, probably years in the making.
When Uncle Phil came out and he announced all those studios that he purchased, was it last year? Remember?
Yeah.
Maybe this was in the works and could have happened even then. But they were like, it's not going to happen. And we all heard there was another studio, but it wound up popping something else. Maybe that wasn't the other one.
Yeah.
Maybe it was supposed to be this one.
Yo, John Price is going, wait, hold on. It's Bethesda, the mashed potatoes, the salad, the rolls. Everything, man. Did a steak, man. Juicy.
Management now. Bethesda's the steak. Name me a company bigger. Name me a company that's had a top tier game everybody knows about for as long, other than Rockstar.
I was about to say, what about GTA, man? Or Grand Theft Auto? That's the other one. There you go, Grand Theft Auto.
Other than Rockstar.
Other than GTA and Rockstar, like.
Maybe anything
Mario,
from EA,
Nintendo, and Mario, and Zelda, and Pokemon.
Just Nintendo in general.
Yeah, Nintendo in general. I was about to say, yeah.
One third of what they have.
More moving goalposts.
No, I'm not moving goalposts. You guys just named basically a list of the best video games of history. You just all put Bethesda up there with.
Well, Bethesda is up there on that level, man.
That's my point. Yeah. Like it's impossible to deny that. This is kind of a big deal.
Nah, unless you got Riku on here, right, Brad? Then he'll deny that shit.
I don't know about that. That's the kind of
You're
thing.
preaching to the choir here. We all.
Brad. You don't have to convert any of us, bro.
No, I'm not.
I'm not even a Bethesda. I'm not even a fan of Bethesda games, and I know the impact of this shit.